Greetings, internet world. You're in the Beat Sessions, your place for all things music. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. Let's talk about Snocaps and their self-titled debut record. They released that on October 31st. The Crutchfield sisters delivered one hell of a shockwave on Halloween, but the record's surprise drop really is just the tip of a massive iceberg. The twin sisters haven't collaborated on a project of original material in 14 years, not since releasing 2011 Sadie with their first band, P.S. Eliot. The pop-punk outfit broke up shortly afterward, with Katie providing candid insight to the split a few years later in an interview with Stereo Gum. She stated that, quote, "We all got to a point where we wanted different things out of making music, and everything we wanted to do from when we started, we had definitely accomplished. I was kind of in the driver's seat for every decision that we made, and I wrote all the songs. It sort of got to a point where it didn't seem like that was working out for my bandmates, and they didn't seem like they were having too much fun doing that, and especially Allison," end quote. Katie went on to pursue her current project, Waxahachie, while Allison fronts the band Swearin'. We're still technically together, but haven't released a record since 2018's Fall Into the Sun. And this is where it gets a little gray. A lot of people are saying that Allison hasn't released new music in 7 years, but I think it's actually 6 years. The sisters were involved in a project called Bad Banana, and I'm almost positive Bad Banana released an EP back in 2019. They are difficult to find information on. They're kind of obscure. So if any of you have any insight into that, I would love to hear about it in the comments. But regardless, it has been a long time since Allison has put out any type of creative work. She has continued to work with her sister over the last 14 years in various capacities. There was a P.S. Eliot reunion in 2016, in which they also released a compilation of all their recordings. And Allison has shown up to help Katie with Waxahachie from time to time, while also serving as an A&R at Anti, the label that released Waxahachie's 2024 album Tiger's Blood, as well as 2022's I Walked With You a Ways by Planes, which is a collaborative project between Katie and Jess Williamson. Their collective energy to reinvent their partnership began to stew a few years back, stoked by the desire to tap back into that chemistry that drove them when they were younger, while also bringing so much of each of their own lived experience into the mix. Katie said that she was feeling fatigued by her own voice and ideas, while Allison, who has stated that she loves her current job on the other side of the musical fence, was starting to feel some creative frustration. Snocaps is a project born from the burning creative desire of two confident sisters who are ready to take another big step in their careers. Both of them have made an indelible footprint in the indie and alternative landscape, and each on their own terms. But life, as we know, is cyclical, and this record showcases that sometimes taking a step back into something familiar is often the best way to move forward. It's impossible to see the future, and relationships are always affected by the potential of the unknown in the present, but time provides perspective. It opens our eyes and evinces truths that we could not see in the past. The album was produced and engineered by Brad Cook, who also contributes some work on bass and drums. And the album also features guitar virtuoso MJ Lenderman, who also throws down on the drums for the majority of these tracks. He's showing up with the 12-string and the bass as well, just continuing to demonstrate why he is in such high demand. He played guitar on Tiger's Blood as well, and I think the chemistry between him and Katie will continue to shine brightly for years to come. It's great on this record. The guitar play in general is great on this record. It's magnificent with its nuance. The production is so thoughtful with the instrument. There's plenty of moments where it operates in a modest, ancillary fashion to let Katie and Allison's vocals own the spotlight, but it's always ready to take the reins when necessary too. I love the tension that builds in these songs and the restraint that they maintain, allowing the intensity of Allison and Katie's writing to fully boil. On Heathcliff, Allison sings, "I'll be the light at the end of the tunnel," high-speed train crash head on, send you straight to hell. Or the Katy Penn track Doom, which goes, you could cross the line, you tell it like it is, and you'll suffocate. Every sight that's rife with a jet black big sky, emptiest night, I won't call you, I won't lie, and I know I will be just fine. You can cloak a sigh, but I'm all out of breath saying my goodbyes. Both are at the top of their game lyrically, and I love the sonic experience that frames all of these lines. Katie's folk and alternative country driven style finds perfect harmony with Allison's propensity towards harder hitting, guitar driven rock and roll. It's a joyous shared vision, 13 songs that come directly at you, leaving it all out there for the listener to cherish. Some might consider it to be a bit underwhelming after all this time, but I think that that's the charm. It's like a good friend you haven't seen in 14 years. There are no fireworks, there are no ticker tape parades. You just hug, pull up at the bar, and pick up right where you left off. The album opens with the track Coast, fades in on a simple, lo-fi mid-tempo drum arrangement that gives the record a pensive feel to start. A modest electric guitar riff and vocals in high fidelity propelled the song through the intro before the rhythm kicks in high fidelity with more intricate electric guitar play. The breezy pace of the song remains fairly steady while the textures continue to develop the intensity of the mood, leading to a rockin' finish that gets a bit heavy before fizzling out finish. Your second track is entitled Heathcliff, and I dig the way this one picks up the pace of the record, opening urgently with vocals and a prominent bass lick aided by some work on the hi-hat. Light guitar slowly fades in, while other guitar textures build into a chorus with a jangly, breezy personality and a catchy hook in, when you go down, you'll take me down with you. The track moves through a standard verse chorus structure and finishes with a big refrain of the hook. Your third track is entitled Wasteland, opens with funky, subdued energy that is driven by the vocals and a downstrummed acoustic riff. The drums build in shortly after as the lyrics continue to develop an infectious groove. The rhythm takes full form with an airy, arpeggiated guitar that works with steely country twang. The track hits a solo at the halfway point, leading into a breakdown that builds back into an energetic coda and leads into your fourth song entitled Brand New City. This one takes off with more immediacy in the opening layers of guitar, followed shortly after by up-tempo percussion. The vocals hit to develop a song that has a jangly alternative feel that's classic while also incorporating a touch of shoegaze. Really like how the shoegaze element is kind of just sprinkled throughout this whole record. The momentum builds towards the end of the verses to lead into a big instrumental jam that bridges, and the track finishes with big energy on a refrain of the line, Brand New City, same dark bar. It's a great line. Your fifth track is entitled Hide. Takes the album back into the mellow territory with light acoustic rhythm guitar and soft swells of droning synth. Modest layers of electric guitar work to give the track country character within a smoldering alternative rock foundation, building with understated momentum that allows the wispy harmonies in the chorus to work with marvelous effect. It works through two more turns of verse and chorus, playing with lots of instrumental nuance throughout. Your sixth track is entitled Cherry Hard Candy. Crashes in with high-speed energy, a combination of folk punk, garage rock, and rockabilly. The drums are superb, leading the guitar shifting between the up-tempo intro that serves as an instrumental bridge and the tamer verses. The light layers of guitar throughout make this one quite enjoyable. Then the song works into a guitar solo at about the minute and 40-second mark, carried by the high energy element of the track, and then finishes on the refrain, You're long gone, long, long gone. Your seventh track is entitled Avalanche, builds off the energy of Cherry Hard Candy, but embodies more of a breezy kind of alternative country and pop dynamic. Love the way the song breaks down while the drums take the lead to initiate the build back through the chorus and the line, I'm only desperate if I'm dreaming. It's one of my favorites. I really love that line in the first chorus. The track traverses a second turn of verse and chorus and finishes with an energetic instrumental coda. Your eighth track is entitled Doom. This is a highlight for me. I love this song. Electric rhythm guitar opens briefly before the vocals enter, initiating a slow build of arpeggiated electric guitars to give this one a full-fledged alternative rock feel. Soft, stomping tom percussion joins the fold, working a few measures before incorporating the snare. The production is interesting on this one, with the rhythm sounding as though it's fighting against the lo-fi that keeps it from joining the guitars and the vocals. I really like the tension that's going on there in the production. Your ninth track is entitled Over Our Heads. A soft, propulsive electronic beat leads this one off, evoking the opener and mixing things up a bit before bursting into light alternative country, kind of a pop rock style. The rhythm maintains a steady presence through this one while the electric rhythm plays with open notes and the lead electric guitar plays steadily in and out of the song. Your 10th track is entitled Angel Wings. Vocals and acoustic rhythm guitar open what is arguably the most full-on country track on the record. Mid-tempo percussion and complementary bass give the twangy lead electric guitar a great foundation to do its exploring through the song. The melodies and the layers of guitar are exceptional on this one, and I enjoy the lighter vocal melodies that define the chorus. Your 11th track is entitled I Don't Want To. Mellows the mood with downstrummed staccato rhythm guitar and layered vocals that sound fraught with despondency. It remains minimal without much instrumental development, but it works with great effect to enhance the kind of open book confessional nature of the track. Then you get ethereal droning guitar that works in about 2/3 of the way through the song, taking it into a stirring coda of bright vocals and a refrain built on the track's title. It's almost kind of like the penultimate track. We'll get to that in a second. Your 12th track, which kind of feels like your final track, is entitled You in Rehab. Opens with airy, grungy electric guitar before a drum roll takes the track into jaunty, early classic rock territory. It has a great sound of the late 50s and early 60s, with a bit of surf rock too, while harboring a fresh, contemporary feel. It's an excellent way to finish this project off, but it leads into your final track. Your 13th song is entitled Coast 2. It's kind of just a reprise of the opener Coast. It really only lasts for about 35 seconds or something like that. So I do really kind of feel like I Don't Want To is your penultimate track and You in Rehab is your final track, with just this kind of like fun little finish to cap this thing off. What a great record. Honestly, such a fun surprise coming from, again, two very influential figures in alternative indie music, and I would say even in Americana and country, with what Katie has done over the years as well. It's a record that, who knows if this is a one-off. I really hope that this is a project that continues to thrive down the road. I hope that everybody involved with this has the excitement and the energy to return to this project. Who knows if and when it'll happen again, but just based on the dynamic of this project, just knowing that the Crutchfield sisters have such a long history with one another, that they've both come such a long way. This honestly, it's a record that feels like just a stamp of victory for all the success that they've had, everything that they've learned, where they've gotten to creatively at this point, and just the dynamic of finding that middle ground between their two different styles is really what I think makes this such a fun family collaboration. I'm going to give this record an 8.5 out of 10. And unfortunately, the vinyl won't come out until I think like April. So as soon as it's available, I can't wait to pick it up. But for now, you can stream it. I hope you guys enjoy this record. I hope you find this review helpful as well. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. If you're feeling generous, drop a super chat. That is very helpful in doing all the things that I need to help blow this project up in 2025. Stay tuned throughout the week for more album reviews. We will see you next time on the Beat Sessions.